Once upon a time, in a peaceful forest, there was a little boy named Max. Max loved exploring the woods near his home, playing in the fields, and making friends with all the animals he met. One bright and sunny afternoon, Max ventured deeper into the forest than he had ever gone before. As he wandered, he spotted a small, fluffy squirrel perched on a tree branch. The squirrel was busy nibbling on an acorn, but when it saw Max, it paused and curiously twitched its nose. "Hello, little squirrel," Max called out with a smile. "What's your name?" The squirrel chattered excitedly. "I'm Nutty. What's yours?" "I'm Max," the boy replied, his eyes sparkling with curiosity. "What are you doing up there?" Nutty flicked his tail and gestured to the acorn in his paws. "I'm collecting food for the winter. It's a lot of work, but I have to make sure I have enough to eat when the cold comes." Max looked around at the piles of acorns Nutty had gathered. "That's a lot of acorns. Do you need help?" he asked. Nutty shook his head. "I'm fine for now, Max. I've been working hard, but I think I have enough. Thank you for offering, though." Max smiled, but as he looked around, he noticed something troubling. The forest floor was covered with fallen leaves, and there weren't many other food sources around. Max felt a pang of worry. What if something happens? What if you run out of food or get hungry before the winter ends? Nutty thought for a moment, his little nose twitching. "I have enough to survive, Max, but there's something more important than just collecting food." Max blinked in surprise. "What do you mean?" Nutty smiled. "It's not just about gathering for yourself. It's also about sharing. If I find extra acorns, I give them to other animals who might need them. If the birds need seeds, I help them find some. We all live here together, and we should help each other." Max was thoughtful. He had never really thought about sharing before, especially not with animals. But Nutty's words made sense. Later that day, as Max was heading home, he saw a small rabbit looking hungry near the edge of the woods. The little rabbit's ears drooped, and Max could tell it was looking for food. He remembered what Nutty had said about sharing and decided to help. Max carefully picked some of the acorns he had collected from the forest floor and offered them to the rabbit. "Here you go, little rabbit, you can have these." The rabbit's eyes brightened with joy, and it thanked Max before hopping off happily. Max felt warm inside, knowing he had done something kind. As Max returned home, he thought about the lesson Nutty had taught him. It wasn't just about collecting for yourself or keeping everything for yourself. It was about thinking of others, sharing what you had, and making sure no one went hungry or lonely. The next time Max saw Nutty in the forest, he smiled and said, "Thank you for teaching me the importance of sharing. I've learned that when we help each other, we all grow stronger together." Nutty chattered in delight. "You've learned the greatest lesson of all, Max. Kindness makes the world a better place." And from that day forward, Max always remembered to share, whether it was food, a smile, or a helping hand, knowing that